Hello everyone, welcome back my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. General Hospital spoilers indicate that Jason Morgan, Steve Burton, has been framed for Cyrus Renault's Jeff Kober murder. However, fans know that Jason was at the cemetery and visiting with Drew Quartermain's Cameron Matheson before speaking with Tracy Quartermain, Jane Elliott, at the Quartermain house. Who can save him? Jason promised Anna Devane, Finola Hughes, that he wouldn't touch Cyrus, and he didn't. However, Jocelyn Jacks, Eden McCoy, cannot say the same. Jocelyn was snooping through Cyrus' house while looking for proof that he was the Digitalis killer. Unfortunately, Cyrus came home and threatened her with an axe. Jocelyn got scared and shot Cyrus. Jason could have made that body disappear with no problem and left no evidence behind. However, Jocelyn called Jack Brennan, Chris McKenna, instead. After taking Jocelyn's clothes, jewelry, etc., it seems that Brennan has chosen to frame Jason for this. Who will come to Jason's rescue? Will Jocelyn confess to save Jason? Jack is trying to recruit Jocelyn for the WSB. Jack is also involved with Carly Spencer, Laura Wright. Brennan has forbidden Jocelyn from telling Carly the truth. However, targeting Jason just is not the way to go if he wants to be with Carly. Is Jack being serious about wanting Jocelyn for the WSB? His recruit is very close to confessing to save Jason. Jason has been arrested even though he is not guilty in the least. Jocelyn is pleading with Anna to turn him loose because he didn't do it. Will Jack show up in time to shut Jocelyn up? Does Jack truly believe that he can get by with framing Jason for this untimely death? Will Jocelyn blow Brennan's plan? There is a chance that Jack isn't the one who is framing Jason. Drew is very upset with Jason and wants to take him gone. Drew could very easily be the one behind framing Jason to try and put him away. However, Jason had other alibis than just Drew. Could this be Drew's plan to get rid of Jason? Could Drew's plan be to get to Sonny Corinthos, Maurice Bernard, though Jason has Diane Miller, Carolyn Hennessy, on his side, and he is confident that she can get him out of trouble. Jason would have never have been careless enough to leave evidence behind, especially now that he has Danny. Fans can probably look for Tracy Quartermain, Jane Elliott, to give Jason an alibi just to stick it to Drew once and for all. Jason Morgan had always known danger. It had been a constant in his life since the day he left behind Jason Quartermain and embraced a world of shadows, loyalty, and violence. But this time, it was different. This time, he wasn't just in trouble, he was being framed. And if no one cleared his name, he was going away for a long time. The setup. It started with a body. Damian Spinelli had burst into Sonny Corinthos' penthouse, his face pale with worry. Stone cold, there's a serious problem, Spinelli stammered, holding up his laptop. On the screen was a news report. Breaking. Businessman Victor Thomas found dead. Jason Morgan named as prime suspect. Jason frowned. He didn't know Victor Thomas personally, but he recognized the name. Thomas had been a mid-level arms dealer rumored to be supplying one of Sonny's rivals. Jason had never met with him, let alone had a reason to kill him. What's the evidence? Jason asked calmly, though his mind was already racing. Spinelli gulped. Security footage from a nearby hotel. It shows you entering the building shortly before the time of death. Jason shook his head. That's impossible. But then Spinelli played the footage. Jason saw himself, or someone who looked exactly like him, walking through the lobby, heading to the elevator. The timestamp placed him there 20 minutes before Thomas was murdered. Stone cold, I swear I know this is fake, but whoever did this, they're good, Spinelli admitted. Jason clenched his fists. Someone was framing him, and they had the resources to make it look real. The arrest. It didn't take long for the PCP to act. Commissioner Anna Devane and Detective Dante Falconeri arrived at the penthouse with an arrest warrant. Jason, we need to bring you in, Dante said, his voice edged with reluctance. The evidence is solid. Jason could see the conflict in Dan's eyes. They'd been on opposite sides before, but there had always been an understanding. This time, Dante wasn't sure what to believe. I didn't do this, Jason said firmly. Anna studied him. Then prove it. But right now, you need to come with us. With no other choice, Jason let them cuff him. He locked eyes with Spinelli before leaving. Find out who set me up, Jason told him. Spinelli nodded, already pulling out his phone. The case against Jason. At the PCPD, Jason was questioned. Robert Scorpio laid out the evidence. Security footage placing him at the scene. Fingerprints found in Thomas' hotel room. A text message from Jason's burner phone summoning Thomas there. Jason listened in silence. He knew none of it was real, but proving that was another matter. I didn't send that text, Jason said. Robert leaned forward. Then who did? Jason exhaled slowly. Someone who wants me out of the way. Robert crossed his arms. Any enemies come to mind? Jason almost laughed. His list of enemies was longer than a CVS receipt, but none of them had ever gone this far before. Who comes to his rescue? Jason had no shortage of people who cared about him, but in moments like this, he relied on those he trusted most. The question was, who would step up first? 1. Carly Spencer, the ride or die. The moment Carly heard Jason was in trouble, she was ready to burn the world down. She stormed into the PCP, demanding answers. You're arresting him based on doctored footage. She snapped at Robert. This is a joke. Jason met her gaze through the holding cell bars. Carly, don't make this worse. Oh, it's already worse, she shot back. And whoever did this is going to regret it. Carly had power, money, and an undying loyalty to Jason. She wasn't about to let him rot in a cell. 2. Sam McCall, the investigator. Sam had moved on from Jason, but when she learned he was being framed, old instincts kicked in. She started digging into the evidence herself, reaching out to Damian Spinelli. We need to follow the money, she told him. Who benefits from Jason being in prison? As a PI, Sam had uncovered plenty of schemes before. This was personal. 3. Sonny Corinthos, the kingpin. Sonny was furious. If someone had framed Jason, they were trying to dismantle his organization. He called Brick his most trusted investigator. I want every camera hacked, every name checked, Sonny ordered. Find the real killer. Sonny wasn't just looking to clear Jason's name. He was looking for revenge. 4. Elizabeth Weber, the heart. Elizabeth had loved Jason in a way no one else had. She wasn't sure where they stood now, but she knew one thing: he wasn't a murderer. She reached out to Scott Baldwin, one of Port Charles' sharpest and most unpredictable attorneys. I need you to defend Jason, she told him. Scott sighed. I don't like Morgan, but if he's being framed, I'll fight for him. 5. Damian Spinelli, the hacker. Spinelli was already in overdrive, tracking down the digital breadcrumbs. When he found a deleted message on the dark web, hiring someone to forge the evidence, he knew he was close. I need more time, he told Sam. We don't have time, she replied. Jason's arraignment is in 24 hours. The real culprit. Through Spinelli's digging, a name surfaced: Mason Gatlin. He had connections to Cyrus Renault, the same man who had caused chaos for Sonny in the past. Renault was pulling strings from the shadows, using Mason as his puppet. Sonny put the pieces together. Renault wanted Jason locked up so he could take control of Sonny's territory without opposition. The team moved fast. Carly confronted Mason and recorded his confession. Spinelli hacked into Mason's financial records, showing payments linked to Renault. The showdown. With this new evidence, Jason's charges were dropped, but he wasn't one to let things go. Jason found Mason in an alley behind Charlie's pub. You set me up. Mason smirked. And you almost went down for it. Jason didn't waste time. One punch sent Mason sprawling. Tell Renault this isn't over. The aftermath. With his name cleared, Jason returned to his life. But the battle wasn't finished. Renault was still out there, and Jason knew this was just the beginning. As he looked at the people who had come to his aid, Carly, Sam, Sonny, Elizabeth, and Spinelli, he realized one thing. No matter what happened, he wasn't fighting alone. Thanks for watching this video, and please subscribe our GH News 24 YouTube channel for more update news.